Once I make a little bit more money, I'll clean this up. I'll pay this off. Once the kids are launched, I'll start focusing on me. I'll start paying attention to what my money looks like for retirement. Once this project ends, I will get serious. Many women, self-included, we are generous by nature, and that is not a flaw. But generosity without boundaries turns into self-neglect. Somewhere helping everyone else first became second nature, became our priority. And we don't just help them emotionally, we're there to help them financially as well. And no one told us that while this habit is loving and well-intended, it is self-sabotage and stealing our financial future and our peace of mind. Because the truth that no one wants to say out loud is that we cannot keep helping everybody else financially and retire with the dignity that we deserve, that we have worked so hard for. We're conditioned, all of us women, I don't care if you're from the South or not, we are conditioned to be the nurturers, to be the helpers, to be the problem solvers, to be the soothers. They come to us, whoever they may be. It could be your own kids, it could be your nieces, your nephews, it could be friends, it could be parents. The list is endless, and you know it is. And they come to us, and they're in some sort of bad spot, and they need just a little bit of help to get over the hump. We're there to help. What we've never conditioned ourselves to do is to stop and ask ourselves, can I afford to give this money as a gift? As a gift, because that is from the heart and well-intentioned. Or is this a loan, and I am now going to alter this relationship for the rest of our lives? They may pay you back, but I can tell you, anytime that phone rings and it's them, and maybe you haven't heard from them in a while, even if they've paid you back, you're going to pause just ever so briefly and think, oh, wonder if they need something now. It'll never be the same again. No, we want to help, we do, and there's other ways we can help. But this conversation is about helping others to the detriment of your well-deserved retirement in your financial plan. And it's not always by giving them money. Sometimes they want you to co-sign. Sometimes they need just a little bit of help because payday's 2 days away and something broke. You are learning for yourself the wonderful liberation of building in the emergency fund and the what when life happens funds into your budget. This is an investment into them. So lead by your example. Offer assistance only if they agree to sit down with you and help them create a budget. It's your choice. It depends on the relationship you have with them. But at the end of the day, stop sacrificing yourself and your future because they've come to you yet again and you've got a big damn heart. And I'm sure you've seen it. I've seen it. You feed a stray dog once, he's probably going to come back around when he's hungry again. You feed him again, or a cat, okay? It doesn't have to be a dog, or a cat. Eventually, they learn that your hand has what they need. We are teaching people how to treat us. So every time you assist, you're saying, I'm the go-to girl. Come, I will help you get out of this jam but we have to stop. You're also teaching them not only how to treat you, but it's okay for them not to take responsibility and plan. That they don't have to worry about a budget because you are their ATM, their anytime mama, at the moment provider. ATM, you figure out what that means to you, but you're teaching them. You are their personal ATM, and all they have to do is come with a story, give you a promise. You're not a bank. Quit giving out loans, quit giving out cash like you are. Even the banks wouldn't give money to them, especially if they're coming to you to co-sign on something. So you should really consider that. If a bank won't extend them credit at any interest rate, why are you doing it for free? They are not going to make good on whatever they're promising you if a financial institution thinks they're too big of a risk. And we were never taught that saying yes has consequences. oh, it's the right thing to do. You have to help others in need, etc. But when it is at a detriment to you, that's a problem. My dad used to always tell me when I would come to him growing up that so-and-so came to me with a sad story, Dad would always sit me down and say, Jennifer, little girl, your own house has to be in order first. And that is so true. So before you keep giving away your hard-earned retirement money and future, your debt payoff money, you need to pause and think, what are the consequences to me giving this? Saying yes too often, oddly, it's going to create resentment and fear in you, in me. You say yes too often, you see them start coming around again. Ugh. They are well-trained askers. I didn't want to use the word manipulators, but they know how to play you. You have taught them where your buttons are. Great-grandmother used to say, you can't get somebody's goat unless you know where it's tied. And you've told them by your actions where your goat is tied, and they go and they pull on that little rope. Hey, I need a little bit more money, please. So at the end of the day, it all comes down to this word, boundaries. That's not necessarily an easy word for me, but as an adult, I am learning boundaries are necessary in all aspects of life, but especially when it comes to protecting your future. It is okay if you want to build in a line item to your budget once you are debt-free that I am going to create a fund for when people come to me, I can gift them this money. Maybe it's your perpetual gift fund, and this is what you would normally put out for birthdays or Christmases or whatever, but now you're reserving it for throughout the year as these people come to you, you can gift them. It's not a what's the word I'm looking for? I didn't gift it because I wanted to feel this wonderful sense of, oh, how wonderful I am. It was a different level of peace and, it was a religious experience. It was. That's the only way I can sum it up. Knowing that I just helped somebody truly in need from my surplus, from the money I'd set aside to do this, and now I don't want it back. I tell them, pay it forward. I've been at the register over the holidays or in Arbor Day, and there is a young struggling mother trying to figure out how to buy milk and diapers and whatever else. Or, and this plays on my heartstrings, she's putting a very small bag of dog food back so she can feed her kids and not the dog. I will stop and I will pay the entire bill without even looking. It's the right thing to do. Not only for her because she's trying so hard, but for those kids, and you know me, for the dog. That was the tipping point for me. So to sum it all up, you cannot retire on good intentions. You have to map out your future. If you want to be able to gift and give and no more loans, they're gifts, then put a line item in your budget once you achieve that debt-free status and you are building up your retirement. If you are over 40, if you're over 50, if you're over 60, everybody's situation is different, but you have to start putting your future first for you. And if there's someone in your life that y'all are moving into these years together, whether it's a spouse or a partner or whatever the title of the label is, you and they deserve to retire the way you mean it and with dignity. Hi, I'm Jenny. I have got a little to say about a lot of stuff, and most of it you probably don't want to hear, but you're going to be glad you did. If this information has resonated with you, like, subscribe, share this information, and come back. I post every Wednesdays and Saturdays. Wednesdays, we're talking mindset. Saturdays, we're actually talking retirement, hardcore numbers, how to make it happen, where you are, where to go. In the description, I have a couple of freebies for you. I've got a basic budgeting, I call it Master Your Money Plan worksheet. I also have another handout about how to find a side hustle and or income stream that you already know how to do. You just don't know it yet. So go and grab those two. I've got a couple of mini courses, and then obviously down there you're going to see some prompted journals to help walk you through some of the boundaries and or some of the, I need to start thinking about retirement, not just the dollars, but the cents. So I've got some journals down there to help you start figuring that out. I look forward to talking to y'all again. Get a cup of coffee, watch this again. I'll see y'all soon. Stop recording.